Alright, hey everybody, it's AntagonistKim, and we're back with more Disco Elysium. So, if I didn't post it, or if I did, pretty much it was a pseudo-filler episode of us still trying to figure out the whole finding the sniper's nest on the boardwalk thing. I put on clothes for perception and shivers, thinking maybe one of them would catch or alert us of the area we need to be to get it, right? Fortunately, that did not work. I thought maybe near the Fallon building, which we haven't yet been able to get into, maybe that's the boardwalk they're talking about. To me, all of this is considered a boardwalk. So we walked all up and around all of this with no hit to like our inner monologue saying, hey, this could be it, right? So I have a feeling. Oh, and we also we talked to Lillian as well as Joyce to see if a new thing popped up to maybe have one of them traverse us across the water to get to this little island. Because right here is one of the sniping points we imagined in like our murder case scenario, right? When we looked at Klaasje's room and tried to envision how the murder happened. Over here near this little radio tower between the Ferris wheel and this island right here is I guess B prime 2. We were able to get a hit on that and say this was not the shooting spot. We did not get a hit over here with prime 1, and we have yet to see prime 3. So that is still an open and shut thing. See right here? So really this is insinuating we got to look at reanalyzing the murder scene fully, talking to Klaasje, keep investigating the whirling in rags. I have a feeling we maybe should just talk to her again and see if we missed anything or if there's anything extra we can ask her about that might unlock some other something that we're missing here. So here we go.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Let me save. We do have that, actually. Her buoy.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
So her buoy that she claimed had her passport and stuff with her real name and everything on it, did not have her stuff in it. So I don't know if she lied or if her old work bosses, who are people that are actually trying to like get her for pretty much going covert and taking their accounting books and spilling it to a different company for them to blackmail them with, I guess, was her story. I don't know if her ex-employer kind of showed it as like a sign of, hey, we know you're here, and took her identification and stuff. That's kind of another open thing we got to figure out. So, hey, I found your buoy. It was empty, just seawater.
Oh.
Her eyes widen.
Did you take the document?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Yeah, so see her employer.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
We have options. I'm afraid you may be in danger. I'll file this under a theft of some kind. I mean, honestly, it sounds like, I mean, if Drama and them are catching that, maybe she's telling the truth. But we also, Drama and all of them, according to like our main monologue, right, are saying these guys could all be compromised because we're kind of infatuated with Klaasje. So, listen, dude, should we be afraid that you should actually be in danger here?
Yes, I am. Regardless of who took the documents. It was probably just an accident. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
Let's see if there's anything else. Can I ask you... Let's get back to those lies you told. Can I ask you more about you for the record?
Sure. The record. So official.
Maybe the room. Can I ask you about your room again?
Yeah?
Look around. Hate to say it, but we've got sad all over the place. I mean, it's an option we haven't done yet. Otherwise... Because we've asked her about these. This is new. Hate to say it, but we've got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
She draws out the vowel. Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The SAD got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial SAD spill in there.
She taps the roof of with her heel. Something as bad point to your head, in my head in the past. It's a demon who smells of betrayal and apricots. For me, it's alcoholism. I don't know what it is. To me, it's a demon who smells of betrayal and apricots. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at.
I love apricot chewing gum.
I think we did too.
Betrayed by the things we love. What a rotten deal.
I have a few more comments for what we think is behind the door.
Go ahead.
Oh, right. Hey, listen, there was a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom. Were you aware of that?
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to the window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There's a pause as she processes the information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
Listen, it could just be coincidence. It could be connected. We're not sure at this point. Let's just say, I mean, do we think it's more of like a peeping Tom situation, or do we think the people that were after the mercenary guy kind of made this work for their thing to figure out how they could kill him? It could just be a coincidence. I mean, it could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think could have made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
She does. She must have some idea.
Okay.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
Hey, listen, you must have some idea who might be interested, in making the hole.
Honestly, I have no clue.
Excuse me, guys.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
There were also tracks back there. They seemed recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
Maybe that's when we ask her. Are you sure you don't know who may be interested in making a peephole?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
Maybe we'll dive back into this real quick. It's an old pinball workshop, the room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
Okay, I thought that would get us a little further into something.
She's lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
About the whirling in rags, what are you doing here again?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You came to the right place. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been. No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies. I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go. I think you're a bit young to be a disco has-been.
I'm really not.
Interesting. What's funky?
Believe me, you don't want to get into that shit.
She flicks the ash.
No. You've got it bad as it is.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. I just want to see if I'm missing anything else, because we kind of talked to her a couple episodes ago. What about the medicine cabinet downstairs? The narcomania is not something to be proud of.
What did you say?
She spits out her coffee. You heard what I said. Narcomania is a serious issue and nothing to scoff at.
Oh my god. Now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words. I'm sorry. Very funky. All right.
Let's return to this later. Tell me what really happened one more time. What about our questions of the deceased?
Yes, miss. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, we did. Okay. So was another one. Listen, we actually ran the serial numbers on the boots. Alice got back to us from the precinct. We know his name.
Good for you.
I bet you're playing aloof because you want to know really, really bad. Let's see. She blows a long column of smoke and watches it disperse overhead. After a moment, she says, "Good for you." She might know who he is. His name, we'll just be forward. His name was Ellis. Ellis, Courtinier.
Sounds oddly feminine.
Was there anything else in these?
Inoranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
This means his race was occidental, which fits the statements of another witness.
Okay, look at the autopsy. Moving on.
Her eyes follow yours on the piece of paper. She doesn't mind this questioning. On the contrary, she enjoys thinking back to him now. This is a sort of wake for her.
How old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
I didn't know this was a competition, Kim.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
That's funny. I didn't realize we could say that to him.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Because I know one of these is we have to arrest her, but does she come with us, though, when we arrest her? Tell me what really happened one more time. Let's talk about this one.
Lies.
She trails off. It's unclear if she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
What if I told you were under arrest? Damn.
She
hold on.
slowly lights.
Here we go.
You made the right call there. It feels good. Pure.
What do you mean, authority?
I'm talking about your zero tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful stance. Would you like to take it up a notch? Would you like to become an anti-narcomania zealot?
We actually, our drug high's off from before. I seem to have a slight speed habit myself, though. Is this really a good idea?
That's not a problem at all. The more drugs you do, the more zealous you can be in combating them. Drugs give you the vigor to fight drugs.
Right.
And not only that.
God. Yeah, and the immediate knowledge of their damaging effects. Isn't that a bit, stupid? Yeah, we definitely get some damaging effects, though.
Yeah, sure.
And my proclivity for smoking doesn't hurt. You're right, I can't think of any objections.
Of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant material. You kept her off a dark course with that interjection. Are you ready to save lives?
I'm ready to start saving lives. I'm gonna pussy out the last minute like a degenerate. I don't want authority. Well, authority said the speed was okay. Sure.
That's good to hear.
I think that's like that's actually one good thing we kind of like did actually. Lieutenant acknowledges your strange mumbling. He does not have any narcotics visibly on him, and he says good. Okay. Hold on. I wanna see what happens if we arrest her. I know what you're gonna say.
I was just thinking lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Because this could just be a hypothetical, like, gesture here. What if I told you you're under arrest, Katarine?
But I haven't done anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
And, okay, so we have quite the choices here. Failure to aid a police investigation. You have wasted our time in our time-critical investigation. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing. Yeah, that's true. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That is all I need to know. You're not playing these mind games with me. I mean, it could be all of these. I think the big one is really this. Listen, you misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd really know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
So why don't you just tell us? What do you know who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Okay, so why do you think it was her then? And how could she have killed him?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
Good question, Kim.
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
Okay.
And you led her on?
The lieutenant eyes narrow.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
She looks at her feet. I mean, it sounds like she was maybe fixated on you. This is just sensationalization and guesses, though. I mean, technically, damn, guys. Technically, we don't know if she's still lying, though, here. Listen, I don't really know what to make of this. I really don't, because this is kind of a curveball I wasn't really expecting. I don't know what to make of this.
I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
That's true, we did kind of think about that.
Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you? And then the other option is, and how could she have killed him then? It's true. Do you feel like she was actively threatening you, though?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Okay, so let's listen. And how could she have killed him, though, if she was downstairs?
You said there was a secret route there, right?
Ooh. You maybe shouldn't have told her that. So maybe she's fabricating this as she goes, though?
She could have come up through there, then taken this shot. Right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when,
The young woman falls silent. Her mouth moves without a sound.
The peephole.
Ah, so you're thinking about the peephole, then? The perforation in the pinball workshop wall?
She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
She's forgotten her cigarette in the ashtray.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
Right. Okay, well, that's it for Ruby, then.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Oh, no. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are... It wasn't authority. It wasn't volition. Volition was the one that was like, yo, all these guys are compromised. Oh, God. Okay. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. Because what are we building out at? I mean, some of her other prior information she's given us, as far as us reading her body language and stuff, seems honest. So it's either... But then the scene indicates it had to have been someone out here, or a further away shot. So it couldn't have been just her lying and she shot him. You know what I mean?
She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who? That's all good, but I think we should take you in just in case. Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Okay, I'll keep you here for now, miss. Because otherwise, what I worry about is if we arrest her, will we send for a car and she's taken away totally? I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. But is this a final thing saying we won't arrest her? Damn, guys. Or If we arrest her, does that mean she's with us as like a party member? I'm just curious if that could happen too. God, we went through so much dialogue. This is such a difficult decision. 1 second. I mean, honestly... I mean, the way I see it, she has majority lied. I don't know, but then it's like, if we arrest her, she made it sound like that as soon as her actual name gets in the system, she thinks her past company, like, owns the police and certain authority figures, that she might be killed if she's brought into the system, you know? Shoot. I don't want her to go yet in case there's more stuff, so listen. I'll keep you here for now.
Thank you.
She cradles herself for
Thank you.
warmth.
You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
Yeah, because Volition and them are on the thought that yes, we should be. But I mean, keep in mind a lot of the choices I've made are more on the moralist side, so I think a lot of these inner feelings kind of go with our prior choices. So before we were trying to say, yeah, no to drugs. It's not cool what Everart's doing. It's not great that Wild Pines might be taking advantage of the people. Like, man, this game, this game. Okay, can we talk to you more about Ruby again, just real quick?
She nods, then nervously pulls on her cigarette.
Ooh, no, we already
She has
answered these.
this thing for sex.
Hold on,
When I
sorry.
started spending,
I don't understand.
she said she's in love.
And you led her on.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before.
Okay.
Somehow-
Yeah, it was something we
This
had
is a
already.
familiar theory. You had it too, remember?
Yeah, this
Yet
is all
again,
the same thing.
You're
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I just want to see if that went someplace else.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steady.
So it popped up with this, which I'm not going to worry about. We have another one unlocked, right? Yeah, let's save that. Let's save that. Because our next chat would be with... Is he even on here? Hold on. Is what's his name not a check? The Hardy Boys check? Hold on. I thought he was a check. Okay, let's go back downstairs real quick. Sorry guys, hold on. Let me check with Titus real quick. Man, she better not leave. I keep saying that each time I leave her up there, but I feel like she has like no real reason to hide, you know? So oh, Lizzie's... Oh, she's gone. You know, I wonder if Everart's an option again then. It's at 20... O'clock. I don't know how to say it. Titus, my dude.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Klaasje. Now I need to talk to you about Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you curiously. Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I've seen her in the Lanham-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Has it? I don't really remember that. Look, I need to pin this to someone, and I've decided to pin it to her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve this murder. That means talking about Ruby. She's a suspect in another case I'm investigating, of drug smuggling. That's also true. Let's maybe go down the list. It's because she's your real leader, right?
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off!
Alright, I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads to Lely's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Right.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Let's go for it. Present a solid theory about what Ruby could have done.
A sudden flash of
There we go.
lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't need to go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke.
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all that time?
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, cop.
We know what it is.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He taps on his temple.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
Okay, let's read through our options real quick. 1, you do agree the shot came from the roof, though, right? Option 2, a skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof, though. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall, the whirling in rags? No, I'm thinking we think it's a secret route in the kitchen.
How?
He sincerely looks curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop?
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
You see Titus looking around.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Good one, Kim.
Thank you.
The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there.
From there, the door leads straight up to that roof. You can just step right outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Does it let us go through all these? I mean, you agree that it was from the rooftop, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Klaasje's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet did in fact come from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science column. You're a madman.
I love being a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
So let me get this straight. You're saying a skilled Sambo artist could have climbed up the outer wall like a spider, bro?
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist column. I've been doing this for 10 years. Let me give you a lesson. Boys.
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
All right, we got a couple more here. Well, then have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
That's right.
That's one mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
There were pinball machines in the workshop, still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing, I just thought we could bring some down, get the new machines in here. What if they're somehow connected to the murder, a pinball? Just making an observation.
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
We also found footprints outside in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
Recent, but they didn't fit any of yours on the scene. Oh, but we're saying Ruby included. We'll just say recent.
What else could you make out? How recent? What size?
They were about a week or two old.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Guess what? Remember the key I found here?
I don't like guessing, Cobb. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby knew it was there. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have made a copy. She could have just put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Okay. This episode's getting really long here. I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have certainly smuggled guns too. There's a small 20% chance the shot came from beyond the roof. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons that are just lying around Martinez. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. Are we saying our own gun did it? If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, then we keep it to herself. I've already established she's running drugs. She could have easily smuggled guns, too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is that it's possible.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
Yeah, I didn't say we necessarily prove she was she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her for real, dude.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Oh boy. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Klaasje told me pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of the leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Klaasje came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know something was wrong. Maybe she killed him because she thought she would curry favor with you. It's not why she did it. It's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Klaasje wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him. Shanky, let's assume you killed him. Titus, let's assume you killed him. Alright then, Eugene, if you're saying you could do it, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on a trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or along for committing a murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Okay. Klaasje told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against Titus. I mean, she definitely told me some interesting things about her. When Klaasje came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Let's try that one.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Not so useful.
She told us some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Klaasje.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head and falls silent.
Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Klaasje.
I know it's bewildering for me too, but it's definitely what she said. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. It cannot be a surprise. It's a supernatural reality-breaking event, and she just needed to accept it. It's scary, yeah, she probably went to the university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. Yeah, what Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
Damn, son.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
The lighter laughter sounds about the room. It feels nervous. Klaasje said she made advances toward her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She just told us Ruby made her scared, and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
He looks out the window pensively.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
I mean, I think we're assuming it was her stuff. Titus, you have to see it. Things just don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Okay. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. When did she leave? What was she scared of? Do you have any clues on where Ruby went? Have you looked for her? Do you know what she's doing with the ULAN frequencies? Holy cow, guys. This episode's gone on long enough. Hear me out. I'm going to stop right here, mid-game. We will come back to it, and we'll go from there. We'll finish talking to Titus. It bothers me that our size discrepancy with the shoe didn't necessarily match, but yet she ran away scared. I'm almost wondering if it's more so she maybe is pulled in with the mercenaries somehow, and she was maybe forced to do the shooting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It all just seems very convenient that it's suddenly on her because of, like, a thing. Maybe Klaasje's in with the mercenaries to kill Lely, but then I also see that she really likes Lely. There's a lot of things going on that I'm not entirely sure who to still believe. I mean, evidence kind of supports, almost kind of supports that it maybe isn't Ruby. But when we find her, we might figure that out more, and it will put us in a totally different direction. I mean, or maybe it is her, and we're mistaken about the shoe size. So many questions, so many things. I could be going the wrong way with this, pressuring him, saying, hey, it was maybe Ruby. Can you just tell us where she is? But we maybe need to do this to figure it out anyway. But guys, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one. We'll finish this. Yeah, we'll finish this next time. Bye, guys. Have a good one.